Hello, greetings everyone. Welcome to this channel. I hope you guys are doing so well. The message for the year is trust yourself enough to do that thing that you've always wanted to do, to be that person you've always wanted to be. So the message is keep moving forward towards your destiny, your highest calling. So trust yourself enough that you are able and capable, and really trust yourself to be disciplined enough to follow that calling, because we are being called to shine bright like a diamond. That's the channel song, Rihanna, as well as Biggie, Sky's the Limit. So I'm looking at it's time to shine, y'all. So it's the calling to shine as bright as you can. Try to, small steps to do what you got to do to release the old so that you can get to your highest calling of abundance, grace, prosperity, harmony. Message. I love it. Y'all, this is a new year reading. Okay, so I'm going to first start off and draw some oracle cards. See what are the divine messages, all right, from the oracle cards. And then I'm going to draw some tarot for the year. I'm going to draw a card for each month and see what's the focus, the insight, the clarity from spirit. All right, let's start with the extra deck. See what comes out. What do we need to know, Spirit, for this year? How can you bless us with some clarity? Thank you, Most High Angels, Ancestors, Ascended Masters, keeping us protected in this message. Keep us focused on the highest of clarity. Give me the insight to see it, see the truth, and keep us protected from any entities that's not allowed in this holy space. Thank you, Divine. All right. So something about projection here. I'm looking at fortune on the bottom. So I get Spirit is saying you project anything, project towards this good fortune. Okay? Do some good projection this year. Project your energy out towards your good luck and fortune. So I feel like that is the only thing Spirit said you need to be projecting this year is some good fortune and abundance. Wow. So we gonna leave the message at that. So what we projecting? Nothing but good energy, good abundance, good luck. Because what we project ultimately, right, that's the energy that comes back to you. So Spirit is saying this year, just be very mindful of the energy, right, that we're putting out, sending out. Be mindful, all right, is the energy you tapped in. Look at the circle, right? Is that energy you sending out? Is it abundant? Is it fortunate? So don't interfere with your own abundance by projecting anything other than abundance and luck. That's the message. Let's see what our soul needs to know here. For the year, just be your beautiful self. Your soul is just yearning to accept itself. So your soul knows to just be so beautiful. It says you are magnificent and unique. So this year, just let your soul do just that. Shine bright. Be your unique, magnificent self. I'm looking at dreams on the bottom. So be yourself. Trust in your dreams. The visions in your sleep could hold some hidden answers this year. So trust in your beautiful self and go to bed so you can get some hidden answers this year in your dreams. Messages. All right. Messages from the queens. Wow. Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace to the queen. She says just have confidence this year, y'all. walk in your confidence. That's why we're going to project abundance. We just being our so beautiful self. And that's all the confidence you need, with peace on the bottom, money, love. Say, when you're confident, it brings more peace. Why? Because you just relaxed in being who you are and confident in that. You're not trying to project anything other than being you. I love it. What messages, career and life? Hit the table, please. Ooh, too many. What is the message for the year, Holy Divine? What do we need for the year? Hit the table, please. Hit the table, please. What's the most message for the collective? Real passion. So something about, the more you focus on what you truly want, it's something about the experience we have in life. It gives you a different perspective in life. You don't feel like you're wasting time when you headed towards your true passion, right? The things you truly love. That's a person, place, or thing. So Spirit is saying this year, don't settle for anything less than your real passion. Real passion is going to bring a brand new perspective, a new light that will help you get to where you want to be. So follow your real passion this year is the holy message. All right, Holy Divine. For our cup of coffee, what do we need to focus on? So something about separate from compassion. Compassion, right? Something having love for someone else. Wow. So Spirit is saying when it's time for you to separate from that compassionate energy. You know, showing compassion for someone else other than yourself here. So this year, when you called to separate, right? When you got to pull back your compassion is what I got this year. Spirit say, pull it back. Separate and love on yourself. Yeah. So that is the message, guys. The wisdom. I love it. Recap of the wisdom. Or just the holy messages we projecting our abundant, lucky energy this year. We remaining and walking in our beautiful self, our magnificent, unique self. Confidence, the center of this message. Walk this year very confident in who you are. Look at the money. You're confident might bring you more money this year, right? More people see you, respect you for who you truly are. Why? Because you're being passionate. You only going after the things you're really passionate about. Only hanging around the people you truly love and that truly love you. And only putting work and energy towards things you truly love. And you're separating from being compassionate to others that do not deserve your compassion. Message for the year. Wow. Just run that back when we need it, y'all. All right, let's get to the breakdown of the year. All right, January through December. Let's see what falls out for the holy message, okay? So, Holy Divine, let's get into it. For January, what's the focus here? What do we need to know for January 2026? Please hit the table for the most divine message here. So, King of Swords, wow, we coming in this year standing on business. Wow, to the Tower. So that's what it is. You standing on what you stand on. This year's the year, the one, the horse. So we got to begin this year standing in our truth. Being in control, being disciplined. I just get this is discipline. Walking away from that old life, leaving whatever you left last year behind. Wow. So January, Spirit says start off strong. Take authority. You know the mental clarity. You know what you need to leave behind. So that's the message for January. Start off strong, y'all. Stand on your discipline and be in authority. All right. Ooh, take it high. So something about February here with Page of Swords. So I just feel like February could be abundant, right? This is Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this is depending on your January. Wow. Depending on how disciplined you are will determine how abundant your February will go. So I feel like with Page of Swords, that's like Spirit, it's up to you, right? It's how much you stand on that discipline, how much you willing to defend and be vigilant to stand on this truth, this discipline. All right, so I like that energy. So again, our abundance for February, well, because this is here. Spirit saying this guaranteed. You stand on February, you stand on January, February already got new opportunities coming in. So that's the message, y'all. Abundance could already be entering next month. A new opportunity, a new door, some type of new prosperity. I love it. March to the devil. So that means I just feel like March could be just working some things out, right? That could be you. Once you got this new door in February, I just feel like Spirit saying comes the competition in March. Could possibly be somebody just see you on the scene, want to cause some tension. This could be just competition. I feel like it's just somebody see you coming in, right? Because if a new opportunity, it's always somebody already there. So I just feel like Spirit is saying by March, could be a little competitive there. Let's switch up the deck. For the second quarter of the year. All right, April. Show us something, Holy Divine, for April. Wow, we got two popped out for April. So after the competition, after all the hating, wow, by April, spring, you could already be embarking on your legacy. Some opportunity, some destined opportunity, wow, that could make you absolutely happy. If we stand on confirmation, if we stand on this discipline in January, this is why I want to go ahead and do it now. Because my spirit want to do it next week. But something like, we need every day of January. So being disciplined is, wow, the key here to the abundance this year. Can't make it up. You could literally be cashing in on your divine legacy. By April, come on, Spirit. What are we looking at for May? If they stand on that discipline this year. If they stay on that horse this year. Alright. So I just feel like the High Priestess came out reversed. To Page of Cups, they say don't let your emotions get in the way of your dreams. So just feel like maybe after everything start coming in, you could, I feel like this is a warning. Spirit, like, don't get in this space of not trusting yourself, right? Because your life, it feels like a life-changing moment in April. So I feel like when your life changes, like, yeah, Spirit's like, don't get in this, don't go back to your old ways, don't disconnect, don't start doubting yourself. Getting in this space of not trusting, again, getting into your emotions, getting sensitive, because things are changing. June, Holy Divine, what do you see for June? some wish fulfillment, right? You starting to see your success. With the moon and the devil, just feel like this is the two energies. I feel like, for the people that continues to get over this lack of trust, right? When your life start to change, if you get over that period, you start to trust and believe and keep going, right? It's like some people, you'll be sitting very abundant, happy, seeing things, receiving more opportunities. But the people that probably stay in that sense of lack, distrust, it's like you might continue down a spiral of just being in fear. I just feel like it's a group of people that might get locked in fear, either after this opportunity or if you don't get the opportunity, something like that. Again, this year is based on this King of Swords. It's all based on the control you have, the authority you taking, because I feel like whatever you at, that's what's going to be coming in quickly for you. So whether you in this space of happiness, abundance, or you in this space of confusion, illusion, not trusting. All right, let's get into another deck for the third quarter of the year. July. What do we got for July here? Book out, right? 17. July, what could be on the second half of the year? It popped out reverse, so we're gonna take it. So could be something with the stability, could possibly, just not make you happy. Something could not be satisfactory coming to the home, the blessing. All right, that's why I'm getting a little clarity for July. Again, I just feel like that's, even if you in good space, right? Anything could happen in July. So maybe something with the home, some kind of stability, something could be happening, changing in July. It's all just possibilities. But whatever it is, August, some magic gonna pick up again, right? It's always the yin and yang of life. And I like this because it's being realistic, right? You're gonna have ups and downs one month, and some month, shit might not be going so well. But whatever it is, August gonna pick up some energy. You'll be tapped back into a creative space. September the 9th. Ooh, the first September. Yeah, there goes September, man. That tough time of September. So something about really being in that, the veil is thin, it's the change of the season. So just have to really be mindful of being in attachment, really tapping into your shadow side and ignoring your intuition, getting in conflict around September. All right, October, Holy Divide, what's some clarity? But you'll be back in track in October. Whatever that happened in September, right? It'll bring you back around to trusting yourself again. Yeah. Or you're going to be in a space of really having a keen insight. You're going to be forced to see something clearly, right? After whatever that is, you're going to be forced to see something very clear by October. Something to do with, you know, your power, your status. November, Wheel of Fortune reverse. So, whatever it is, something's on that path. I just feel like you could be in a crossroads. Have a lot of energy, being forced to calm down after some situation. Yeah, just feel like that fall time. Some things will be, some tests, a lot of testing of your will, your discipline, you know, whether you're going to take the right turn or not. And I was supposed to switch up the deck here, but we'll clarify with the other one. All right, final card for December. And this is all possibilities, but sounds realistic for a year. December, you could possibly be resting, right? Willing to chill or whatever this is, you're going to put it to rest. I think you'll be, you know, putting to rest the struggle. Yeah, getting in the space of more aligned with what you love after going through some learning lesson. Feels like, you know, the learning lesson comes about from summer to fall period. Definitely gonna be a turning point, right? And then fall for sure. We got the Devil, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune. Something seems life-changing in fall. But whatever it is, stick to your discipline, all right? That is the head of this reading is what I'm feeling here. Let's just get some clarity. King of Swords, Spirit. Maybe more on King of Swords, please. So, yeah. King of Swords depends on how you moving forward this year. The discipline. What's Ace of Pentacles? Two of Wands. Again, this is the plan Spirit got for you. So it's in the plans to receive that abundance. But, you know, remember it came out reverse depending on how much discipline we have this month. What's this 5 of Wands? March, please. 5 of Wands. The Empress. So they'll be competing in March, yeah, because once you get that new opportunity of abundance, they're going to be competing with you because they're going to see you rise into your abundant opportunity. 6 of Cups could be some people from your past starting to compete by March. What's April? The Fool reverse. So that's that new opportunity. That's that new beginning. Again, by it coming out reverse, I'm looking at Page of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, depends on how well you manifest this year. Some people will be in their new beginning by by April. That's this. Remember the 10 of Pentacles. It's destined. So some people will be embarking on the new beginning, but others, right, depending on the discipline, will not. All right, what's the High Priestess reverse, Spirit? High Priestess reverse. So, Death card, Page of Swords, something in May. A major transformation. This could be secret. Page of Swords, yeah, something you just don't see coming yet. In May, wow, you know, but whatever it is, it's gonna be a transformation. This could possibly be someone actually passing away in May, you know. Whatever it is, it's secret, you know, something I feel like you just don't see coming in May. Wow. All right, it's June. This could be a little too much for some people. Right? But May is just the transformation. I feel like it depends on which direction you going. You know, some people be transforming for the better in May, but some won't. That's why I feel like Spirit said it's just secret, right? Depending on where you're going to. June. So some people be happy, right? And abundant, but others won't. And I'm just feeling that, wow, I hope a lot of people answer the call, because I'm just feeling these Five of Pentacles. It's like a lot of people gonna probably end up being broken by June, you know, if they stay in this low vibration, is what I'm getting. Wow, some people gonna really be broken and struggling, worried, depressed by the summer. If they don't get this discipline in order, is what it feels like. The sun reversed July. So that's the moon reverse. Wow, the sun reverse, the moon reverse, clarified. That's deep. That's cosmic power. So this is gonna be Source really coming in, like moving the people. If you in order, this you gonna be sun and moon, right? That's day and night. That's divine. Some people gonna be in total alignment by July, I mean. But yikes, it's like the ones that's not, if you're not disciplined, not answering the call, it's like your world gonna be upside down. So it's like, it just feel like some people be unhappy. The moon, you're not gonna be able to hide. You know, you ain't gonna be able to get away from not answering the call. You ain't gonna be able to, it's like everybody gonna know why you unhappy. Everybody gonna know why you stressed out. What it feel like. All right, August, what's the Magician? Because the magic coming back. What's the magic by August? Magician. August, what's the magic, Holy Divine? Please. Let's see, what's the magic? Maybe Spirit says just that. Let's see. Can we get clarity on the Magician? Maybe, yeah. I think it's just that. No clarification, you know. Some people gonna be tapped into the magic in August, and that's just what it is. Magic, you know. August gonna be a magical space. I'm looking at Justice to Ace of Cups. Wow. So some type of happiness, good balance coming in, which will make you feel magical. So hopefully that's the turnaround for, you know, this feels like a chance to turn around, especially for the people that may feel like their life upside down. Feels like some type of peace offering could come in divinely, right, to help you get out of that space. And this is also the ones that's already tapped in. Man, you're going to be sitting balanced. Ace of Cups, your cup going to be full by August if you on that path, all right? But even if you're not, this is some type of divine help Spirit going to be offering in August. Four of Pentacles clarify the devil, though. So, wow, got to really be mindful of grounding into this negative energy by September. I just feel like the veil going to be thin, right? A lot of people going to be in their shadow side in September is what I get there. So Spirit is saying really stand on your belief. Two of Pentacles. Balance, you know, hold on to your faith. Stay balanced in what you grounded in. You know, don't waver. Don't fall for anything is what this feel like by September. Whatever you grounded in, it's like don't trade spaces. Don't, you know, don't lose your grip. Even for the ones that's on point, it's like September, a warning for everybody. Don't lose grip of what you balancing out or what you grounding in. All right, High Priestess. Clarity on High Priestess for October here. Nine of Wands. So I feel like Spirit is saying, yeah, you got to really trust your intuition so that you can have the courage to keep building, keep going on your path here. Seven of Pentacles reverse is like getting out of this space of, or somebody really gonna have to use their intuition to get out of a space, right? Something's gonna be unproductive where you're gonna have to keep going, because maybe that's, after September, something could change where you really gonna have to hold it down is what it feels like. So by October, it's like some opportunity either is not going to be as fruitful coming in as you would expect, where you have to not give up, really use your courage, or you just really, just feel like something's not going to be as fruitful like you would. Yeah, it's like something's not going to reap as you would have hoped. Yeah, which is lead to this Wheel of Fortune. What's this Wheel of Fortune reverse? Turn here. Something October just feels like it's not gonna be. So that's what it is. Whatever it is in October. So September, that devil is like a test to see what you gonna do. And then October will determine, whatever you chose in September will determine how much courage you're going to have. Where you're going to have to really persevere, or is this going to be you? Is either you going to be pushing to not give up, or this is you literally just staying focused and encouraged, right? But whichever it is, the people that had the courage, I feel like your Wheel of Fortune going to be turned up. Right? Why? Because you chose to walk away from whatever it is. But it's this group of people, right? The group that's, I'm looking at the strength. Some group gonna be staying strong, not walking away. Yeah, this is that Nine of Wands. Some group is like you keep defending yourself against your own intuition or something. But whatever it is, in October, it's like, this group gonna be in bad luck. Why? Because they chose to not leave. That's that discipline. Whatever group choose to not walk away from whatever it is you gotta walk away from, right? When we get to May, it's a big decision, right? You really gonna have to transform. I just feel like so November is kind of a result of that decision. Did you answer did you rise up to be the Hierophant? That's what I'm looking at, or not. So December, Four of Swords, Spirit, what do you see? Just a little rundown of the year. What's this Four of Swords? The one. Some will be taking a rest. Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands reversed. Eight of Wands upright, but Page of Swords reversed. So I feel like you'll be in a rest because you'll be able to put your sword down, right? You won't be looking over your shoulder, not knowing what's coming next. So Spirit is saying by December, it's a group of people going to be chilling, resting, at peace with their year. Why? Because again, it's like they put their sword down. They trusted in the year, so they don't have to continue to defend their path. It's like they already know where they're going. Right? We on to the Knight of Swords. We not still looking at insight by the end of the year. You know, it's like this group gonna be already headed there, resting peacefully, knowing divinely where I'm going. But it's that release of the defense, right? I'm not defensive of my path. I'm at rest. I'm at peace with my path is what I get there. Manifesting quickly. Why? Because I'm at peace. I'm not in this mental worried energy. What to do next? Where I'm going next? It's like, it's going to be a group, you know, they going to be at rest, at peace, man. Ready to manifest for the next year. I love this. All right, again, y'all, nothing set in stone, right? We just, and I ain't even cut my light on, y'all. It was never too late. But that, you know, I like to see, just to see. But I would like to see, you know, as the year progresses on, you know, just to see, you know, did we stick to the King of Swords? Did we stay on our discipline? Because this just totally feels like the direction of the year. Being confident, following your heart, totally just being yourself. But this is being in authority, you know, having that clarity, knowing that you got to be honest, but you got to be disciplined. Woo! So which end you gonna be on? All right, I love it. Hopefully see you resting in good peace by the end of the year, ready to put this year to bed and go peacefully to the next year. Or will you be still defending your path, trying to figure out what's coming next? That's the energy. I love it, guys. We're going to end with the quote. It says, life is short. Enjoy what you do. So choose a path that brings you joy and satisfaction. So take this as the quote for the year. That this life is too short. Spirit wants you to enjoy what you do. So go ahead and get on that path. Trust that you're disciplined enough to follow what's in your heart and receive that joy and satisfaction that we all so deserve. All right. Thank you guys for your views, your time. I wish you nothing but success this year. Stay disciplined. Go get your... Man, we got 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Man, go get your legacy this year. Spirit says it's out here to get. The Empress. That's your abundance, baby. All right, y'all. Thank you for your views. I love y'all. Appreciate you subscribing. This is Divine Cosmic Soul Train, where we moving over here. All right. Be blessed, y'all, in your space.